Today, I owe the Powerbeats VR development team an apology. So, allow me to get that out of the way before I get into Liteboxer. Dear Five Minds development team, I write you in regards to my review of Powerbeats VR, in which I stated that it was the worst VR fitness game in existence. I would like to redact this statement and promote you to the second worst VR fitness game of all time. With love, Ari from FitPro VR. If that didn't give you a clue, well, let me just be blunt. Liteboxer is the worst VR fitness game I have ever played. And in this video, I'm going to detail why you should avoid it, why current VR developers should be upset about it, and why no one should ever pay for this lazily slopped together piece of garbage known as a fitness game. Let's fucking go. Now, I try my best to put myself in the shoes of others when playing fitness games because I know that my opinion is very different from other people's opinions. And I can see why people like certain games, and I'm all for it if it gets you moving. I just may have a different opinion than you do. When you open the app, you're greeted with a low-resolution intro from, I don't know, Chad or Todd. I'll be honest, I couldn't focus on anything except for how poor of a quality the resolution was and just how oddly shaped he was. Not in a body-shaming way, but literally the perspective is off and the bottoms of his feet were missing. This is just lazy. Okay, so I'm already put off by this, and Topher here leads me through the tutorial, which is basically just telling me not to overextend my punches. Wow, great advice, Skylar. I mean, honestly, you should be giving me a little bit more advice, considering the guy in the trailer who was holding the controllers completely wrong. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the non-VR version of Liteboxer, allow me to drop some knowledge on you briefly so you have an understanding of the perspective and where this game came from. The real Liteboxer, the real-life Liteboxer, is a gigantic $1,700 piece of equipment that you can buy and subscribe to, and it takes up an ungodly amount of space in your house. It's a Peloton-style trainer-led workout that has overexcited fitness coaches who lead you through a workout of, well, straight punches, set to music you might know. I don't know. So if you're looking for an overpriced, clunky piece of plastic and lights that takes the heavy bag and literally makes it worse, then by all means, you should buy this thing. So now that you know where this thing came from, let's continue with the review. The classes are your typical instructor-led ones you'd expect, and basically 20-year-old fitness models who drank way too much caffeine try to inspire you with quotes they saw on Etsy pillows. Honestly, it's the same generic song and dance that you've heard a million times before in the fitness world. Nothing really new here. Oh, and speaking of nothing new here, when I first opened the app, I was like, wow, this came with a lot of workouts. Then I got suspicious. Why are there so many workouts? Then I saw the dates of the classes. Wait a minute. These are from 2021. And last time I checked, it's 2022. This game just came out. How are there classes from 6 months ago in the... Oh, I see what you did, you little snake in the grass. I had this realization. These classes weren't built for the VR game. These are the classes from the in real life Liteboxer, the one I told you about, the clunky thing. And they just are reusing them in the VR space. This is just a port of the classes onto a VR device. So there's no care taken here. There's no love here. This is not a special, unique game. This is just a money grab for subscription dollars. Don't own this $1,700 piece of junk that becomes a clothes hanger very quickly. Lucky you, you can experience the same type of stupidity in your VR headset. No new content is being made directly for you, dear fitness user of the VR world. And herein lies the problem and why I feel no remorse going in hard on Liteboxer today.
You know what? I'm about to say it.
There's no buy-in here. This company could give a shit about VR. Imagine if Les Mills just put their workout videos on a big screen in their VR game and called it a VR game. You'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. And that game's the best ever. No, they took the time and they worked with another development team, Otter's Lab, and they created a product that just blew everyone out of the water. And what Liteboxer did was they probably paid some poor developer like $300 to create this disgustingly basic green fitness room with no doors. Yikes. How do I leave? How do I get out of here? There's no doors. They put no doors in here for a reason, because you can't leave. It's a nightmare. Then just programmed their already boring classes into it with a little screen on the side. Now, me personally, I'm not a VR developer, so I can't speak to the amount of work that goes into it. But I am friends with several, and I know that there are many, many long hours that go into making a game. So I find Liteboxer super disrespectful for putting out something like this. There are plenty of people out there who are grinding hard and putting in hours and love and sweat and tears into making games that you might not even realize take that long to make. And then Liteboxer waltzes in and goes, I take my game and I put it over here and I put the buttons here. That's insulting, especially for a large company to come and do something like that. And it's even more insulting and kind of pisses me off about the MetaQuest team is that they let a large company like Liteboxer just waltz into the main store. I don't criticize Meta too much, but that's f***ed up. Sorry, I'm ranting now, but you can expect more later. The other class option is sparring. Oh. So now that we're done insulting VR developers, what Liteboxer is doing is insulting real boxers. So calling this one sparring is just stupid. It's stupid. I don't know why it's called sparring. Sparring is when you train pseudo live against another person. It involves having another person and training with them. I don't know how to be any more clear about what sparring actually is. So when you do sparring in Liteboxer, here's what happens. You open the screen. Hey, it's Dylan. Oh, come on, Dylan. You could do better. Come on. And what happens is she'll lead you through a couple combos, like 2, I think, and then she disappears. And then you kind of just follow the moving lights. This is the opposite of sparring. Like taking people out of it and having it be by yourself? What genius thought of that? There's a million other things they could have called this besides sparring that would have made way more sense. Bag work, zen, solo work. I mean, journey mode, I don't know. But sparring? That doesn't make any sense. Who would call it that?
Why would you call it that?
Now, I highly suggest that you do not give this company your money, as it's very obvious that they put no care or effort into this game, but rather, we're looking for an easy way to expand the audience of their already shitty product that nobody is buying. I've had the opportunity to use the in real life version in the past, and I was less than impressed. You can't throw hooks. I mean, look at this thing. It's like a dinner plate with buttons on it. Some idiot was like, you know what would be good if we took a heavy bag and we took a dartboard and we combined them? Essentially, you took out the hooks and the uppercuts. Now, I know it says you can throw uppercuts in here, but they're not really uppercuts. They're just kind of like under hooks. I don't know. It's a fucking mess, guys. Here's the other thing. It's like, let's say that you like the style of workout. You just like throwing straight punches over and over again. Great. Okay, you know what? To each their own. But look at this. You're literally staring at 6 dots, 30 minutes, and that's it. There's no visuals. You can just glance over at some bouncy little instructor occasionally and then lose your streak. Who in their right mind wants to stare at 6 dots for 30 minutes and play a shitty version of Fitness Simon Says? And here's the hardest thing about this is there's so much potential for this to have been like a really cool game that they could have invested some time and effort into. It could have been a really great experience. It could have. But that would require the company to give 1 iota of a piece of a shit about developing a real game, which they obviously didn't. They could have made this slick light show experience a la Audio Trip. They could have made the Liteboxer come alive as like some robot mech thing. I don't even know. I like, those are just basic ideas I came up with while I was playing this terrible game. I just feel like this could have been something.
I could have been somebody instead of a bum.
And as much as I rag on Power Beats VR and as much as I don't really like it, I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but I get why people get it. And I get that there was love and time and effort and creativity put into a game like this, and I understand the appeal of it. I don't like it still. Don't put words in my mouth, but I get it, and something like that should be respected. And as far as Liteboxer goes, they're gonna tack on a subscription to this piece of shit. I'll tell you what you can do with your subscription. You can roll it up real tight
And shove it up my butt.
Damn it, Jim!
Now, maybe I'm judging this too harshly, and you know what I did? You know what I had the audacity to do? I emailed the company and I asked them if they would send me a review unit of the Liteboxer in real life clunky thing to have down here to compare, and I didn't get a response. I mean, look, I look at my subscriber count. Of course they're not gonna send me a $2,000 fucking thing, nor do I honestly want it, but it would have given me a little bit more insight to kind of play around with both and see if there was some kind of crossover there. Like I said, I've used it briefly in the past, but nothing hooked me. So have you tried Liteboxer? What did you think of it? And by the way, if you find these videos entertaining, educational, or enjoying, please hit the like button so it can be seen by more people, so more people can avoid Liteboxer and not dump their hard-earned money into a game that could give two shits about you. My name is Ari with FitPro VR, and don't forget to get your workout in today. Straight punches. I can't do hooks this time because there's no things on the side.